Hello, everybody. How you guys doing? Dating channel coming at you on a Saturday. I like doing the show on the Saturday because it's super chill, super laid back. And I thought today that I do a call-in show, meaning if you guys have any questions, concerns, want some dating advice. Not that I can give you much dating advice because my dating days are over, but I've been out there, especially with modern dating, and I know how difficult it can be. Let me get rid of this brand here because this is not a two auto solution thing. I know it can be kind of a pain in the butt depending on what you're looking for, depending if you're looking to smash, depending if you're looking for a relationship. It's really difficult out there, especially nowadays, because I wonder if people just forgot to interact with people just in normal ways, like interacting and just having a conversation with people. I remember when I was out there just talking to people, people didn't like the amount of questions I threw at them. And I think they felt a little defensive of like, hey, why are you asking me these things? And many times did I see women just kind of like get defensive about what's your relationship like with your father. I mean, shit like that really throws people off. And I've never really had a woman throw it back at me in terms of, hey, in terms of the questions. They were always on the defensive. They were always pushing back on stuff. And then they never actually engaged me. And the only person that did was the person I'm with now. And it was interesting because it wasn't on a date, it was just dog park, just talking and hanging out. But a lot of you guys that are in relationships probably watch this show and you're like, fuck dating. Holy shit. If that's what's out there, because some of you guys don't know how good you got it. Like some of you guys think you got the juice still. Some of you guys think you're in high school. Some of you guys think that you think you can attract something better than what you got. And if there's no problem in the house, there's nothing wrong, there's nothing going on, there is no reason to go out there and try to fuck around. Now, if you're out there wondering, because we talked about hall passes. Imagine if your wife or, husband, not that a husband's going to give a woman a hall pass, but let's say they did. Let's say they absolutely said, go out there, check shit out. You're going to fucking hate it initially, because if you've been out of the dating game, I would say a year or two, it's totally different. Case in point, I remember going out there and hearing people that there's hookup culture. And I'm like, I don't know what the fuck that is, but it ain't here. And then, it all depends on where you hang out. If you go to a bar, if you go to clubs, if you go to, it's all hookup culture. Actually, let me do this. Let me do a sticky on the link in case you guys want to come on. Again, this is a call-in show. If you guys want to get on and ask questions or anything like that, the whole show is going to be pretty much open to having people on. Let me go to content live because I got to go actually on the YouTube site itself. Go in there and actually make a sticky or pin the comment. No, it's not made for kids. Why does it ask if it's made for kids? It's never made for kids. Are you fucking insane? That dating channel, pin comment, pin message. There, I pinned the message. So now we can pretty much have that shit going on. So again, if every single time I talk to people about dating and hookup culture, I never understood where they were coming from. But then, you meet people and you go to a bar, which I fucking hate. I don't even understand bar culture. I don't understand dancing. I don't understand any of that shit in a public setting. I'm one of these guys that's just, I want to be left alone 90% of the time. But when guys are out there, like I remember when women would tell me that salsa dancing is not sexual. And I laughed so fucking hard. I'm like, really? So the guy that the best salsa dancer at your social, is he fucking everything? Oh yeah, absolutely. I'm like, really? Ain't that some shit? So when women's like, I just want to go dancing, I'm like, what does that mean? Unless you're going to go out dancing with your girlfriends, why do you go out dancing with your girlfriends? You go out dancing with your girlfriends to booty pop to make guys jealous. So you can get that affirmation or that male attention. And when it comes to dating, dude, I'm telling you, I told you guys there was a woman I met that was a party girl. And the moment I saw her be comfortable in a party girl atmosphere, I was done. And those are the times where I was looking for a girlfriend. Now, when you're smashing, you're not even thinking about that stuff. You're not even thinking about it. You're just meeting people for the sake of meeting people. But dating generally is a nightmare. And a lot of people that have it good at home don't understand how it is out there. And I would love for people to actually be able to, and I think you guys do it through me. I think you guys like my dating stories. You heard the shit that I talked about. You heard about the Chilean girl, the eucalyptus candy. You heard about every girl that I met that has mommy issues, and these women are profession. They range from professional women to like just regular ass chicks. And I told you guys that there's a common theme with women in their early 20s that are partying, fucking around, and not really giving a fuck, as to women in their 40s when their kids are up and gone and out of the house, and they're doing the exact same thing. Why? Because look, how many relationships end once the kids are grown up, right? Man gets out there, the man, like I said, once you raise your kid, you go, oh, do I even like you anymore? You look over to the girl, or the wife looks over to the husband, who basically she's been raising this whole time, the husband. And you're like, I don't even like you anymore. You're like a child. So I've met a lot of women in their late 40s that are floozies out there doing, like I said, double fisting cocks at Duffy's and doing all that crazy trifling shit. So if you guys wonder what it is like out there, I wonder if there's a way you can dip your toes into the water without actually having experience dating. But I think that's the good thing about this show. We'll say hi to the people here. And if you guys want to get on, we'll talk to you guys too. We got JD Swag. We got Mendoza's Coyote, D-Rock Fox, Douche Did It, Tango, I'm Hung So Low, Silver Slug, Frederick Fiesta, TJ Sikorsky, Brett Spears, Exactly, Mike Schmidt. We got JD again, Macho Matt, Diego, Frederick, PK Out of Design. What's up, brother? What are you doing here on a Saturday, man? I saw that you were pissed off about someone doing a low compression Coyote build on a Mustang, and it made me laugh because exactly why the fuck are people building their motors and doing low compression Coyote? That's a Fox body shop or a LS shop that did that. SK Performance Jeff, Edgar Sanchez, Fresh Pasteles, and Fresh Pastelazos. The pastries have arrived. Jamie, your average 50, Cito SVT, Mohammed SVT 500, Tyler, Mike Rodriguez, Trucker Crespo. Okay. Damn, I'm sure this is going to be a great show. Oh, we don't know. It's going to be basically up to you guys. I'm leaving it as a call-in show. I can literally chit-chat my life away, but look, I don't want to become repetitive. I want to make sure you guys have your voices heard. If you have any dating questions or anything like that, I'm here to just hang out with you guys. To Alex, speaking facts as always, says Jimmy Jams and Zane Mustang, Giovanni, Thick Filet. How you doing, girl? And then we got Latin dances are ultra sexual if you're doing them right. Right. So when you're dancing with a dude, you want to fuck him. If you're both dancing in a similar fashion, you're dancing really well, you're going to want to fuck him. I don't care what women say that they can just or men either. Men are out there to dance to feel up on the woman and vice versa. And you know how many women say if he moves good in the dance floor, he moves good in the bedroom? I hear that shit all the fucking time. I can't dance for shit. But ask my girl how I move. Ray says, hey, Alex, it's been a while. How's the family? Joey G says, evening, Alex. Nothing like some super sota Asiago cheese and red wine with a side of TDC. JD Swag in the house. We got your average 5-0 waiting there. So we'll see what Homeboy's got to say and what's he got to talk about. And then we'll, if anyone else wants to join in, again, just try to come up with a certain subject matter, one topic, and then we'll just hang out and talk shit. And if aren't that many people on the chat, I'll just keep on blabbing away until your ears. Your average 5-0. What's up, brother?
Hey, Alex. How you doing?
Good. How you doing, man? You sound good. You look good. So what's the question?
Well, it's more like a story.
How old are you, by the way? How are you, 23?
I'm 21.
21.
Yeah.
Go ahead,
it's more like a story. I also some advice if you can give it. Not advice, but just some answers, I guess.
Sure.
So I was at my friend's girlfriend's house last night, and we were all just drinking, having a good time. And then her mom, my friend's girlfriend's mom, okay. She had her guy friend over there, whatever. And then he left, whatever. And then she started talking to me and hitting on me and stuff. And yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. And so I'm young, and she's 42. So this, it was I've never had that happen before. It was just different, and she was saying all kinds of crazy stuff. I mean, she was like,
give me an example of what she was saying.
Well, we were playing like just drinking games and stuff. And then she was just, well, she started
Spin the
calling me.
bottle? Like what were you playing? Spin the bottle? What the fuck are you guys playing?
No, it was just like beer pong and like flip cup and stuff, just like college party bullcrap games.
Right.
Um, yeah, and she just started calling me cute or whatever, and that's fine. I mean, that doesn't really mean anything. And then she just started, like she just being real flirty. I mean, dancing, like twerking on me and stuff, and like
Twerking on you.
yeah,
So this
and
is your friend's girlfriend's mother.
yes,
Gotcha. Go ahead.
and I was just trying to be respectful and stuff, and the trash, like I took the trash out and stuff, just not really trying to do anything, just took the trash out, and she was like, "Thanks, Daddy," and stuff like that. And yeah, and then at that point it's like, okay, what's going on, like it's either she's just, I don't know, she's just like that, she's just crazy, or like she wants something tonight, one of the two.
So
And
what'd you do?
yeah, I mean, I just kept flirting with her, like I danced with her a couple of times. We had music, we had music playing, I danced with her a couple of times.
What song did you dance with her to?
I don't even, honestly, I don't remember.
Not
I,
Guns N' Roses or some dumb shit where you just kind of was it like the kind of dancing where you just grind on each other?
no,
Like,
no, no. It was actually like it wasn't like a twerking kind of thing anymore. It was just more like a slow dance kind of thing.
okay.
But anyway, after all that, like it was time to go to bed and stuff, and then everybody, it was probably like 2 a.m. The party had gone down, everybody was going to bed and everything. And then so I was kind of thinking, shoot, maybe, I don't know. That's just my age showing, I
And
guess. I was
sucking dick or
thinking,
something? Like, what did you? Okay, was she flirting? Do you think she was flirting just to try to embarrass you, or do you think she had actual like intentions of sucking on the bitch that
yeah,
night?
I don't, at the time I thought the second one, right? But that's just, I guess I'm young, that's of course what I'm gonna think. And there's, she's literally double my age, so
How she
uh,
look?
do what?
How does she look?
I mean, okay, fine, not ugly,
That's not a glowing fucking review. Like 5'5",
Okay,
150.
she's probably, I don't, she's probably, I'm like 5'9", 5'10". She's probably 5'2", 5'3". She's short,
Okay.
blonde hair, you know, good looking mom, like anyone would
Ass
have.
tits. Like give me the specs, man. You know what we're talking.
Okay. She had some big titties, no ass.
Oh no ass, big titties. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
um. Yeah.
so you slept over, and then you at night were wondering maybe she's gonna sneak in. Okay, where did you sleep? Sleep on the couch? You slept
No.
in the
So that's what I was saying. It was time to go to bed, and then she hits me with the, "You can sleep in the spare bedroom or on the couch or whatever." And so I was like, "Okay, that's fine." Um. And then uh, it should never, obviously nothing happened, but just the
right.
things she was saying and doing, and like, I don't know. It's probably just how she got on alcohol. Maybe that's how she acts or something. But
Is she known to be like a like? Did your friend say, "Hey, my girlfriend's mom's a whore, so
no,
be careful"? Or
yeah, no, he did not say that. That's why I was really surprised when when she was saying all that kind of stuff. So I don't
well,
know. I
yes.
just thought,
So they're in a party atmosphere. You're at their house. Your
yeah.
friend has his girlfriend. They're chilling, and then there's another woman, and her man leaves. Right? She said her man. You said her man was over, and
Well,
then he left.
yeah, he brought her there. I mean, he brought her home, and then he left. So I'm guessing it's. I mean, she said at the time, she said that they were just friends or whatever. But I
Mhm.
mean, if he's bringing her home, then I don't know.
So what would you say? Tell me something she would say, and then tell me what your rebuttal would be. If she would be like, "Oh my God, your average 5'0", your bulge looks so big," and you go, "Yeah, you want some of this dick in your mouth?" Like, how would you rebut her coming on to you?
Um,
Would you just be like, "Oh yeah"?
I mean,
Like, would
I,
you actually like engage in conversation? Like, hey, Miss, whatever. What? I mean, don't tell me your last name, but Miss Smith. If you keep talking like that, I'm gonna end up in your. You should have said if you're gonna sleep in the spare bedroom or the couch. You said, how come I can't sleep in your bed? You could have pushed that to see where she was at.
No, I know. I could have, and I thought about it, but I mean, her daughter was right there the whole time with us and stuff, and I wasn't
Wait a
gonna
minute,
like.
you guys are you're dancing together. You're dancing together at the party. The daughter didn't mind y'all dancing together. You know,
Yeah.
did you try to sneak out and try to see if you can knock on the door and like sneak into the
No,
bedroom?
well, see, well, I had her on Snapchat during the party and all that, and then when I got in the bedroom, I was like, I Snapchat her. I was like, you should let me sleep with you or whatever, but
Okay. Did
she
you
never.
Snapchat your dick to her? Did you Snapchat your chicken heart to her?
Do what? I didn't hear you.
Did you Snapchat your dick to her?
No, no, I did not. No.
I mean, well, okay. So there's a couple of ways of looking at that. In Hispanic culture, well, okay, not Hispanic culture. Let me not say that. Trifling old women like to fuck with young dudes, right? In terms of embarrass them and just kind of make them uncomfortable, make them squirm, just to see what they do. And then once in a while you get a guy that's pretty savvy and he's like, he comes on to, or he rebuts their coming on to them in a positive way, like, hey, if you keep talking that shit, I might end up in your bedroom. And then that's really when the rubber meets the road. I think she was just trying to embarrass you, like in front of the
Yeah.
friends. She's older and she has it's her place, I'm
Yeah.
sure, right? Yeah. So she's trying to just do that stuff. But how long ago was that? Like, was that yesterday?
That was last night. Yeah.
Oh, last night. Has she followed it up with any kind of conversation or something like that?
No, and I haven't talked to her either. I really don't really, I don't have anything to say.
But y'all both added each other on Snapchat, but no more conversation like that went on.
Yeah.
All right. So it's just her just trying to have a good time, just trying to be flirty or whatever. But
Yeah.
if you go over again and she does that shit again, you're single, right? You're a single kid. You don't got
Yeah.
a girlfriend,
Yeah. I'm
nothing.
single.
I would, if she starts in with the bullshit again, I would go in hardcore, full court press.
Oh yeah.
Bullshit,
If it happens again, I'm gonna have to push it a little farther, or either push it farther, or just be like, you're just flirting around. You don't even mean any of it.
Yeah, you could just kind of like, okay, so a good way, older women don't get complimented that much. So if you throw compliments her way, if you're suave about it, you're like, oh, you're looking good, Miss whatever the fuck your name is. And then if she starts back with the flirting and stuff, I would just see, like, go right to it to see what you can get out of it. Like, are you willing to fuck her, or are you just kind of like, nah, it's gonna fuck everything out with my friend, his girlfriend, like the repercussions of fucking your girlfriend's your friend's girlfriend's mom. Could that be a problem?
Yeah, probably. I don't know. I mean, it probably would be a problem to take it that far. I don't know.
Yeah, no, look, I mean, I would call someone's bluff. If someone's doing shit like that, but you're younger cat, so you were probably shocked at the whole situation. You were like, what the fuck's happening? So yeah, I wouldn't really take it too seriously. She was probably drinking a little, hanging out, and just wanted to flirt with you. But the next time she does that shit, make sure you can, have some rebuttals her way to see if you can either call her bluff or you can get some puss, and you can dump it in it. It doesn't matter, right? You can just dump in it, team leave it in, and it's not going to hurt. It's all good, No,
that is true.
And if they
that's why I was saying that. Well, I don't want to take up too much of your time, but she was making comments like talking about how she can't have kids anymore. So
dude, oh my God, oh come on, man!
And she was like, yeah, she was talking about like, oh, if we just like, she said something, I don't remember. I was drinking, I don't remember a whole lot or everything, but she said, like if we hooked up tonight, something. So
she basically gave you the okay to bust in it, and it's all good. And she's basically saying that to
I
you.
I guess.
Damn. You might have, okay, just, you know what? I'm gonna have to follow up with you later. Like if you're not hanging out with them tonight, are you?
No, I'm not tonight. But yeah, we yeah, if anything develops and you have another call-in show, I'll have to call back in and let you know.
Yeah, I'm gonna do this regularly because I want to make sure that there's a lot of good stories out there that you guys like this is a good story, and I want to make sure you guys get your say. But yeah, man, thanks for sharing the story real quick, brother. And if it happens again, call her bluff. And if she keeps saying shit like I can't get pregnant, hey, that's the green light, brother. I'm all in.
Gotcha. All right. Have a good night, Alex. Thanks.
You too, man. Talk to you later. Damn. So your average 5-0 goes to his boyfriend's girlfriend's mom's house to drink. Mom starts hitting on dude, says you can bust in this toto and it's all good. Jesus. That's never okay. No, I'm sorry. That reminds me of a story. So when I was 18 or 19, shit, I could say it because I don't give a fuck. My sister's boyfriend's mom started hitting on me, and she was old as fuck. I mean, Toto looking like a baseball glove, been used 2 seasons, 3 seasons maybe. So, but she was hardcore coming on to me, and I was kind of like, just like your average 5-0, kind of like taken aback and shy. But I thought she was just kidding. I thought she was just being like, oh, you look cute, because I was in the middle of playing baseball. I was 18 years old, had my own car, had my own crib. So she must have been like, I can probably slide into some young dick. And I just wasn't giving her any play. Actually, I liked my sister's boyfriend's sister more than I like, obviously, the mom. The mom was like well into her 40s. So we go to the river one day, and I thought she was just being flirty and kidding around. So you know what she says in the river, right? Where there's like these rocks that you can lay on, and I was gonna put some sunscreen on, and she runs toward me and starts putting sunscreen on me, and I'm just like, okay, they're obviously just doing this just to feel me up and stuff like that. And she literally goes, I really like you. I really like you, and I want something to happen. And I was just like, yeah, no. And I was 18, deer in headlights, total deer in headlights. But I've been in situations like that. I am laughing at watching Chris try to set up his camera. It's making me laugh on the side. Let me look at some of the comments once he gets his camera set up. Push it further. Stop teasing, bitch. Bang. If she flirts the next time, says JD Swag. Bring some lube, might dry out. Guys, 42 isn't the. Hey, you might be right, Victor Garza. You might be right. Bring some of that. Oh, could you imagine? Oh my God. Pat, the one late to the show, says hello. Honestly, with an older chick, you got to call her out and be upfront. That's the way they flirt. Exactly, kilometers. Call her out on her bullshit. Oh, you want some of this, bitch? I'll whip it out. See what she does. Strap it before you tap it. The signals were there. You wasn't looking. Team, leave it in. Exactly. She wants that young nectar, says YouTube corrupt and free speech. Oh my God. I'm gonna have to follow up with you later. Yeah, exactly. Look, if she does that again and you go over their house again, shit's gonna go down. People love it. Arby's roast beef sandwich. Look, if she had, could you imagine fucking your friend's girlfriend's mom, and then like, I don't know, she'd look at you like, you fucked my mom. Like, hey, what's up? I could be your stepdad. So, same age stepdad. Exactly. Bro, you should have put it down on the old girl. These old women will rock your world. You'll fucking pop a hip out, bro. I don't know about that, Escape Performance Chef. I don't know. These old women, they ain't riding like they might think they like all these women, once they get back out there and they're well into their 40s, like, I could rock your world. You fucking winded after 5 minutes. Shut up. Being part of Team Leaving In is pretty nice, says Edgar Sanchez. Oh, fuck. Just getting on. What's up, Victor? And my buddy's mom did that shit to me too. We slept in the same bed, but didn't do anything. She passed out. I was watching Chris try to set up his camera, but it definitely wasn't working. My dad used to used edge shaving gel to break in my glove. Yes, but you don't do that on the Toto. Come on, guys. That's disgusting. Ragdoll, I'm meaning your mom's. Pat the one says, not sure if I trust when she says it's safe to bust a nut. 42-year-old can still get pregnant. Yeah, but that's their baby. That's your baby. I mean, so I'm 21. You're going to have a kid with a 21-year-old. Good luck with that, honey. Good luck. He said she's got tits, but no ass. So that who is like a famous woman has a lot of tit, but no ass. Angelina Jolie, right? But then she had breast cancer, so I can't talk ill of her. Alex, I lost my wife 3. Here we go, Ray. God damn it. Jesus Christ. We're just talking about this dude fucking some girl's mom, and now you coming at us with this. I lost my wife 3 months ago. Naturally, everyone wanted to help me out and talk. Fast forward, I met a girl. We're getting serious. Help. I don't know what to do. If you're still stuck on the ex-wife, because she passed away, right, Ray? She literally, I remember hearing about this. If she passed away, 3 months is way too early, dude. Through 3 months, you're not over anything. You might think you are, but I'm just going by my experience. I wasn't ready to date 1 full year after my last relation because my brain was fucked up. And whoever met me during that time had no shot. And I met nice people during that that time of my life, and they had no fucking shot. And I'm like, yeah, I was fucked up. So if this girl's a good girl and she seems to be doing the right thing, and you got to be serious with her. Say, look, I lost my wife 3 months ago. I'm not ready to get into anything serious, but I'd like to meet people and talk to people and see how that goes. JLo has no tits, all ass. You're right. What if your girl's mom asks you to give her a massage? Does that mean she wants it? If your girl's mom asks you to give her a massage, no, you say no. You say fuck. Oh, unless you're talking about the other dude. The memories are haunting these early months. Exactly. All right, Chris, I'm going to get to you real quick because I seen you messing with the camera. Hopefully you got everything figured out.
God.
Chris, what's up, brother?
Hey, can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you fine.
Okay. So I wanted to just like pop in for, I guess, like a topic about like going from like dating somebody to, I guess, finding somebody that like put you like helps put your like mental state into a better position.
Okay.
So like,
are you saying dating for that purpose, or hoping that someone helps your mental? And go ahead, just if you can expand on that a little bit, because if you're like, if your head's fucked up and you're trying to put it all on a girl to get you unfucked, I think that's kind of like too much pressure to put on a partner.
No, it's not that. So I've briefly said before, I think you did the phone thing like 6 months ago or something like that. So I told him briefly a bit. So I felt like best advice: don't ever date a girl that you meet in a bar. So I made that mistake. I wasn't a big, I'm not a big bar goer, but like I made the mistake of like, hooking up with a girl and then kind of like falling into like, hanging out with her, that whole thing. She like brought me down so much. Like one of the big things I did was buy her a car because she was having so much trouble with her car and stuff like that. So I felt bad. So I put a car in my name for her.
Wow.
That was a huge mistake. So I learned my lesson, but I was 24, 25, whatever. So pretty young.
How else did she bring you down? Like, was she just toxic?
She was just like, it's, you try to fall for somebody, I guess, and you try to look past all their, financial mistakes. She, come to find out, she was like, kicked out of like 3 places or whatever that she lived, not paying rent. She had a car repossessed, which there's a backstory behind it, which really sucked. Her husband had died in a motorcycle accident. Okay. So Ford wouldn't like renegotiate the contract to where she was only paying. So they only had like his and her income, which sucks. Yeah. But just stuff like that. And then like after, we broke up or whatever, she broke up with me. She was, already banging multiple other dudes. Like,
oh, Jesus.
Going on.
And you bought her a car.
Yeah. So she like, used the car as like leverage to like, literally we had moved into a house and my name was on all the bills and stuff, just not on, it was a house that we rented. So my name wasn't on the rent, but I was paying. And then I had my mother help me pay for her to cover her side as the down like deposit because she had money. So my mom looked out for that. So, and, like I've worked basically for everything I have. And, it's just when I was in that, it mentally like destroyed me. Cause like after we broke up, she would just like try to make everything linger, I guess. Like, oh, you're this and that, or we can be friends and, I can work back to gain her trust. And then we maybe get back together. And I finally just like listened to my friends and like cut it off. Like, I almost wish that like, I think your dating channel was around, but I didn't know that you had it. So I would have like listened to your videos and I would already like, coming from somebody with more experience. But my friends, like they finally got in my head, were like, you need to just tell her to fuck off, stop talking to her, block her.
Right.
So finally did that. She like, reaches out. When I was like going on dates with Rose and stuff, it was crazy. She'd call me off like just numbers that I didn't have saved in my phone. And I would like answer, it'd be like, think it's a friend because I don't save contact numbers. And it would be her. She called me once when she's talking about how she got out of like there's a place called Tucker's, which is like a mental institution almost for like.
Oh my God.
That,
oh no.
Yeah, it's crazy. I'm like, at first I picked up like hello and I like recognized the voice and I was like, who's this? And then it was just her and I was like,
can I just interject?
Listen,
okay.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
So literally, hi. So literally we were like on multiple dates, like we were living together, but like had gone out to eat or something. This girl calls and is like talking about how she tried to kill herself and all this stuff. And he's like, I'm with my girlfriend. And she's just like, but I need you. And then like tries to say that her therapist wants them to meet up and all this bullshit. And like, yeah. And I'm like, Christian, you make your decisions. You're an adult. You're your own person. And like, if you go, she has you. Like, she has you, and you've chosen that. So
I've noticed that when you end up in a relationship and it is said that you're in a relationship, or you say, that's when they all come out of the woodwork and try to reel you back in, because they like having you as a spare tire to either tug on your heartstrings. Because let's say she's talking to her girlfriends, right? And she goes, I got a guy who bought me a car and I got him right here, and I could do whatever the fuck I want, and give him a sob story. She's got not only you, she's got 3 or 4 other dudes where she's playing like that. And she tries to see, she just hits the phone book and starts to see who she can, get on the line or on the hook if she needs something right now. Women like that, I guess because you're younger and slightly inexperienced, I catch like, look, if you guys hear my channel, the shit I talk about on first dates eliminates people like that within the first 5 minutes. Like before the fucking appetizers show up, I know if I'm gonna go on a second date with this girl or not. And I'm just like, what is your relationship like with your father? Blah, blah, blah. And if anything doesn't line up perfectly, meaning I have a job, I'm a stable ass bitch, I've been in a relationship before, I know how to treat a man, dad's good, mom's good, shit's good. Okay. Then we can order, the main course. We can stop eating the calamari, and they can be like, all right, let's see if she can get some of the steak or something. But honestly, you got to ask those questions beforehand. Like on the bar situation, did you meet her kind of plastered and drunk, and then you just kind of ended up with her?
No,
that's a yes. She's laughing over there. Yeah, totally.
I wish, like, I don't drink that much to like get drunk or anything like that. I guess it would be like social. I go for like, if a friend of mine like is in town, I might go out because he won't go out like hang out with him. If he wants to do like a bar etiquette situation, I'll go. Not really drink that much or whatever. I mean, younger, sure, but like I've got more to lose if something were stupid to happen. But I just met her. I thought she was kind of attractive, so I went up and started talking to her, and we just talked the whole night. That was basically it. But it's
okay. So I'm going to stop you there because I want to know, what the hell do you talk about? Because, okay, what's your name? Bethany. Hi, Bethany. I'm Chris. What brings you here? Then you go, what do you do for a living? How long have you been single? Tell me about your upbringing, all that stuff. Because within the first 5, look, you already did it. So you went through that experience. But for those of people in the chat that hear his story and they can, relate, you got to get to the nitty gritty within fucking 5 questions, because she's going to want you to buy 2 or 3 drinks, and you're going to be there stuck paying for drinks and not asking the real deal questions. I don't mind paying 1 drink, finding out homegirl's trifling, and then dip. Oh, hey, have a good one. Hey, enjoy your mimosa, whatever the fuck. I don't know if the people I have no fucking idea what people drink, but I get right to it. And then every single time, like right now, okay, when you met thick fillet, were the questions along those lines, or did you just like, man, this girl's thick as fuck, I'm down with that shit, I like her, we'll see what the deal is? Or did you guys actually talk about real deal shit?
I mean, we talked of like, we met up during like I guess like an evening date, like a 5 o'clock ish. You would call it more dinner, I guess. It was like from her, I had learned like the bar thing. Like I just went up to her, talked to her. I don't remember what I asked, but it wasn't the serious questions. And then I started watching, like after she broke up with me, I started watching like videos on how to like get over a girl. Well, first like how to get her back, but then I was like, stupid, I should just watch videos on how to get over her. So I did. I found this guy called Topic X, who was very helpful, like some really cool Australian dude.
Yes, I've heard of him.
Yeah, he just kind of like had, just a basic, simple videos to listen to. And I think that's how I discovered your channel, was like, suggestions. But
I mean, we met up at like 5 or 6, and we talked about substantial things like family, goals in life, and then everything from like cars to style. And we left each other at like 5 a.m. the next morning, and I totaled my car because I fell asleep on the way home. Like,
oh,
we talked the whole time.
That's
I mean,
horrible.
it's a good thing because now I have a forerunner and I'm a happy girl. But like, it's, you know, we talked about everything and I met his friends and then we just like went and sat in the car and talked for hours. Like, I mean, it was substantial things and like stuff that actually mattered, not just bullshit.
But
Right.
each
Like the issue I end up having sometimes, and I'm not saying you guys went through this, but
Yeah.
when I meet somebody that had recently gone through a traumatic situation, meaning they just came out of something,
Mhm.
I'd be hesitant. I'll be honest, I'd be hesitant. But then if the more you talked, the more you were comfortable with the situation, because at face value, if someone just got single, they're not relationship material, right?
Yeah.
I go, no, you're not ready for me because I know what I want based on experience. I don't want to look. I've been in situations where you meet a girl, everything's good, then she goes back with the ex, and you had your fun, and then let's say if you have feelings for her, so I want to make sure that the coast is 100% clear mentally and everything. So I know it can be difficult meeting someone in that situation. So you got to make sure, like, and especially women have a shorter time frame to get shit done. They don't want to waste their time. Men, they feel they have the rest of their lives to fuck around. Women don't. So they need to kind of like, right. Women go, I have this much time in case I want to start a family, da 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 da. So you put up with less bullshit up front, depending on where you're going. How old Chris? You're 27, 26. How old are you now?
I'm 29.
28, 29. And how old is the little lady?
27.
Okay, so like you guys, so you understand that she's I don't want to say she's in a different part of her life, but she's definitely she's seeing like a 3-year plan, 3 to
Mhm.
5-year plan, and you're seeing a 15-year plan because you're thinking when I'm 40, when I'm 41, and she's thinking when I'm 30, we got to have either married, live together, kids potentially. So that's the only thing that you have to keep in mind going forward, is that her time frame is way bumped up as compared to yours.
Oh yeah. I don't want to keep myself
Oh, you're
on,
good.
because I know you got other people waiting probably, but kind of like to speed it up. Basically, what I was like, the whole subject, I guess, that or the topic of mine is like when I started dating her, I went to like, I had like friends or whatever, girls that I never did anything with. I never kissed them or did anything with. I was just friends with them through mutual friends that I had. Like when I first started, like, I think the first month I started dating her, we went over to this girl I know, her birthday party, and she shows up and she's wearing like the color red. Apparently, women hate other women wearing the color red. So it's just like she was wearing a red dress and high top white Vans, and every like when I was dating my previous ex, and anytime that we went over like birthdays or something, never had the issue. Within the first 30 minutes, the other women, even the mother of the woman of the girl's birthday, was talking shit, calling her like I had picked her up on the side of Jeff Davis. I think Jeff Davis goes to Florida, so you probably know that road.
She
Just like
basically
No.
said that like a prostitute, which I'm sorry, but how do you look like a prostitute in Vans? Like you don't.
No, so women are catty as fuck, and when
Yeah.
they see another alpha female, they attack. They go, "Fuck that bitch! She looks like she's got dirty feet. Look at her. She's nasty. Her hair's greasy. The dumb shit." Never will a woman say, "Oh my God, she looks so sweet and perfect for you. Oh my God, Chris, you did a great job
Yeah.
picking a girl." No, they're gonna go, "This bitch look ragged as fuck," and you're just like, "Oh." And when you hear that, you got the right girl, because she is putting something off to the other women to say, it's done. Like you bitches, it's done. You ain't got a shot. Don't be looking at this guy, because she's kind of like emanating some kind of like, hey, I got this. And women kind of tend to see that in other women. Look, my girlfriend does a really good job of picking up on that. She's in a position where she has to, do interviews, and she can pick up right away if a girl is trifling, classy, a waste of time, and she knows how to judge people like that. So, and she actually fills me in on the thought process and how everything goes. So based on your experience there, I'm sure she was giving something off that the other women didn't like, but that's a positive for you. 100%.
Yeah, and to end my topic, because I know you got other people waiting, is just to basically, I like date with a purpose and find somebody that I guess will help with your goals and like supporting, because or I have a goal to start my own company, to buy a company that used to exist. It's more or less like has to do with like skating and all that, and I want to add like car stuff to it and all that. So like to start my own company, and she supports the idea. But when I was with my ex, I would have had these ideas, but I would have felt like such a almost like a piece of shit because of how she made me feel, me listening to her. So like you have to wake yourself up after you get out of like a toxic relationship and like, I fuck this, I can do that. I'm gonna get off my ass, build myself back up. If it's get out there and smash, do that to get your mind off and then find the right connection with somebody. So that's kind of what I did. I went on dates, I hung out with multiple women for maybe a week or two and didn't feel a connection with them. I got ghosted by women, and I even, it made me kind of feel like at first like shit, but I was like, fuck that. I'm gonna eventually find somebody, so I'm not gonna waste my time. And I kind of just each date, I kind of just I didn't invest in much time as I would have until I met her, and then I was like, okay, I'm gonna invest one more time, because the first couple of days we hung out for like almost 12 hours straight, so I knew that they were there. So that would be my advice to everybody.
You made her cause an accident because you were hanging out with her so long. So that must have been.
She almost died.
Exactly. Very good. Well, no, that's good advice, and it's a good side story. And the guys on the chat love it because they're actually kind of like co-signing on what you're saying. One of them did say to blink twice if you feel you're in trouble, because I guess the way it looks on the angle, it looks like she's giving you the death stare, but she's really not, guys. Anyway, Chris, thanks for calling in for a bit, and thank you, Thick-Fillet, for chiming in on that backstory. Hopefully, it helps someone on the chat.
Hopefully,
yeah.
Well,
all right, guys.
I'll continue. So, see you later.
Bye.
See you later, brother. Talk to you later. Let me talk to the guys here on the chat quick. Then we'll get to Jimmy Jams, probably the best looking guy in the chat. Honestly, like I'd fuck him. I'd fuck the shit out of him. Don't self snitch, bitch. Ray gave me $25. Thank you very much. Thanks, guys. Almost made it to 30 with no kids. Oof. I guess he's just the type of open, bro. Read about to rise the kid. I wish you luck. What the fuck's he talking about? Okay. I haven't been on in a while. Alex got a new girl. Yes, Ray. I got me complex girl. I'm not going to tell your name, but yes, I got me a young little lady. Everything's going really well. She came back for Tony and the bitch out. All right, let's talk to Jimmy Jams. What's up, brother? How you doing?
How you doing, man?
Good. You always have good camera and great sound quality. So I appreciate you going out of your way. I saw you set up the phone and everything, put the earbuds in. I'm like, this guy's got it locked down.
I felt like it was either this or, either stand way back there and yell at you. I figure this one works out better.
What's up, brother? How can I help you?
Hey, so I kind of wanted to touch on something. I'm kind of in a unique position given my job, and I kind of wanted to pass on some advice to guys with really toxic relationships, where they're the ones who aren't doing anything wrong. Because seeing the types of relationships I see in my job, it's very easy for somebody to use the criminal justice system to screw over their ex, or someone they just don't like. So I kind of want to just give some advice to some people who might be in that kind of situation.
Give me an example of how someone give me an example of how someone can use the justice system to fuck with someone they just don't like, even though they did nothing wrong.
Oh, well, like reporting things stolen, broken, false reports of domestic violence. It's a litany of things, man. And obviously there are cases where, they're just scumbag dudes who actually do perpetrate those things. And I do believe that those guys should be persecuted to every extent of the law. However, you can't argue that there are some toxicas out there that basically bend the law to make themselves look better. So I kind of at least wanted to give some advice to people out there who might be in that kind of situation.
So how can someone get around that? Let's say I'm with my girlfriend. My girlfriend says, you hit me.
Mm-hmm.
They call the cops, and it's my place.
Mm-hmm.
She's not on the lease, but it's my place. You show up and you're like, hi, I'm Jimmy Jams. What happened? And he's like, he hit me. So now, because an accusation from a woman has been made that a man hit her, what do you guys do and obviously it's tough to figure it out right then and there, make a judgment call. What do you do to try to determine the next course of action there?
So obviously with every type of criminal investigation, you have to go with the facts. What do you see? What do you hear? You know, all the senses come into play. So there's twofold kind of what you touched on there. First off, she doesn't live there, not on the lease. We'll talk about that in a second because each state is different, but they all use generally the same type of tenant laws when it comes to somebody living in your house, whether they pay bills or not. But the other thing I would say is try and separate yourself. Don't leave completely, because if you leave the area, you know, we're only going to get one side of the story. The other thing too is separate yourself. It's always a good idea to just remain calm. Have your phone on you recording. If there's some kind of feeling like you might be wrongly or falsely accused, it's a good idea to have some kind of evidence other than, you know, a he said, she said type situation. But if there's no injury, generally speaking, a report would be written up and sent to the, you know, a district attorney's office or something like that to review. Obviously, if there's injury, I mean, it could be different. But the other thing I wanted to touch on is, so say you're living with your girlfriend and she's just crazy. She's punching holes in the wall, breaking your stuff, keying your car. Things like that where, well, maybe not necessarily the car, because that's a whole separate entity.
Yeah,
but
separate thing, yeah.
So I'm just using that as an example. But so she is breaking items.
Sounds like you have experience in that front.
No, thankfully I do not. But
Ooh.
so say she's, you know, punching holes in the wall. So you got a female Kyle on your hands. You know what I mean? So she got too much monster energy in her. She's taking your walls out. You know, if we get a call like that, that is a civil issue. As much as you might say, hey, I'm on the lease, I'm the one paying this. If she's there and you're allowing her to be there, it's technically your responsibility. You might have to fork out the repairs for that and then take her to small claims court for that reparation. But in terms of like any criminal action, it's very limited.
And so let's talk about getting them physically separated from each other. But let's say my girlfriend lives here, she gets mail here, right? It is her physical address, but she's on a lease. At that point, how do you, as you know, law enforcement, deal with that aspect if there's a accusation of physical harm?
So we try and separate people. So I mean, and I mean that in the sense where we try to diffuse the situation to prevent it from getting worse. So what that might mean is, hey, can you go over to a buddy's house for the night? Can she go over to a friend's house for the night? Like, what can we do to make sure that everybody's safe? Because in those kinds of situations, emotions are high, and you might end up doing something that you don't necessarily intend to do, but carries with it really grave consequences, not only for your personal life, but also your professional life. So honestly, just having, you know, if you're worried that a situation like that might occur, just start recording on your phone some kind of evidence to back your side of the story up. But aside from that, it really is just going to be your word versus theirs. And then in terms of residency, so where I live, I don't really want to give out where I live, but where I live, if you were in a residence for about 2 weeks, the courts have ruled that that is actually residency. So you would have to be evicted through a formal eviction process through the courts. And what that would look like is basically a sheriff. You know, once the eviction order is signed by a judge, it goes to the sheriff, usually civil division, and then that is served upon your girlfriend or boyfriend, whatever, whoever you want evicted. And then they generally have 30 days to get their things and leave. So a lot of times we'll show up and there's two people arguing, right? They're bickering back and forth, and it's just a verbal argument. Well, he's saying, oh, I just want her to leave. Can you get her out of here? Well, no, we can't, because we don't have the ability to kick somebody out of their own house. We can recommend that people stay separated and recommend that people go places, but we can't actually make people leave absent of there being any kind of criminal activity.
Wow. Now, have you ever, based on, because most of the people here kind of know generally what you do, have you had to deal with anything like that with a girl, or because of the position you're in, they're hesitant to like start some shit because you know the law's on your side technically, because you wouldn't violate certain things that you're privy to, like, hey, I can't be doing this, I can't be doing that. But have you ever had a toxic ass bitch that try your shit, try to fuck with your career? Or do you do what I preach to people, try to not even get them in your life because, you know, based on the vetting process?
I would say that I've been very fortunate because I do a lot of those screening questions, I guess you could call them.
Right.
You know, I've been burned before, not to the level of where, you know, my job was, you know, at stake. I've worked really hard to get where I'm at, and I don't want, you know, I'm very similar to you in the way that I can't just go out and screw anything with a heartbeat. Like I actually have to have a physical and mental connection with somebody before I, you know, even approach that.
Mm-hmm.
And generally speaking, you can get a pretty good feel for what somebody's about in a few dates. You know, you're still technically meeting the representative, but, you know, thankfully I haven't been in a situation that's been too bad. But I also know if I've trained myself to recognize those red flags from other situations that I've seen and apply them to my life. So that way I can just cut somebody out early. And thankfully it's worked so far. I've got a great chick in my life. I really can't complain.
Yeah, no, it seems like you're doing pretty well. I follow you on Instagram, and it seems to be, you know, no news is good news. And usually when things are going good, you guys are just all about each other and not no bullshit. So no, that's good. Like a lot of guys need to listen up to what he's saying. Okay. Like, especially when it comes to the toxicas out there that are looking to potentially, because they don't only hurt your heart, they'll hurt your pocketbook, brother. They'll fuck with your job. And if you have a job that's in the public sphere, it's privy to some of the outside influence, and then they can really fuck with you. So do the vetting process. Anything else you want to add?
I guess just to wrap it up in summary, and I don't want anybody to take this twisted. I'm not advocating for any type of domestic violence situation. Like I don't want anybody to get my words twisted. Right. But here's the brass tacks, I guess. Always have some kind of evidence. Always get stuff in writing. Like if she's being crazy, get text messages instead of talking to her on the phone. Calmly explain your situation to your girlfriend, even if she's not hearing it. Explain what's going on, and if you need to get the basic necessities like your toothbrush, you know, your toiletries, basically leave the house for a couple days. Do that, because it is not worth your personal and professional life over a chick who just wants to ruin your life. It's just not worth it. So, and when in doubt, just take a step back, reevaluate things. And if you just can't stand it, leave for the night, come back the next day. And if she breaks your stuff, take her to civil court. I mean, that's because the courts will rule in your favor if all your stuff's broken. She's, you know, the primary suspect.
No, that's great advice. And I implore people to have, I don't want to say a backup plan, but look, if I ever get to the point where I need to have a backup plan to, if I start having doubts in a relationship and I need to have like an extra toothbrush somewhere,
yeah,
I'm probably going to dump her before it even gets to that point, just to make sure, because I do, like, I'm sure you and I do a lot of heavy vetting. I don't want someone in my life that is sus just because, you know, the ass is nice. I'm definitely down with someone that, you know, has a level head. And if their background's fucked up, I don't even go there. But no, I appreciate the advice for the young guys out there that are just moving in with chicks ASAP without even actually getting to know them. And then they
just wait. Yeah,
exactly.
Slow it down, evaluate your situation. And if something seems too good to be true, it probably is.
They just want to play house right away. Well, I appreciate it, brother. I appreciate you calling in. I'll get back on the chat, but hey, thanks a lot for chiming in, man. I'll talk to you later.
All right. See ya.
Good guy. What a good guy. Look, he's seen it all. Okay. He's been in situations where he's had to go to someone's house and lay down the law and see what the relationships can lead or boil down to. And it's really good to have his perspective on everything, because shit can get tough out there. We had Chris talk about his situation where a woman can manipulate him. I did really appreciate that Thick Philly understands what I'm talking about, meaning that her timeline is different than his timeline. We talk about that all the time, guys, about matching energies or matching goals. Her timeline is 3 to 5 years. His is probably 10. So you guys are going to have to eventually come to that. But I appreciate that he feels that she brought peace to his life and is supportive. And I'm telling you, I know my girlfriend doesn't like the word agreeable, but that doesn't mean she has to do everything you ask. She has to generally be down with what you're going to do. Generally, obviously, if you're going to jump off a cliff, she's like, okay, honey, I die with, no, not like that. But what I'm saying is, they're supportive. Like, they're like, oh, you want to jump off this cliff? they'll push you. That's what I mean. That's the difference typically. But and then Jimmy Jams, they're talking about toxic situations, having a backup plan, making sure shit doesn't go downhill. Good subject matter. So we had a guy talk about him potentially fucking his boy's girl's mom, then Chris talking real shit about meeting someone that is a good influence in their life and their mental state, and Jimmy Jam's talking about protect your shit if in case you meet a toxic bitch. Good shit. Mod Life gave me $2. Didn't say a goddamn thing. My favorite type of question. Pat the One says, take notes, gents. If it is your place, don't have her move in. Yeah, no moving in, only come and go, says JD Swag. Did he say if he stays with you for 2 weeks, she's granted residency? It depends on the state. In Florida, I think if you get mail in the same place, physically, or you can't just say, get the fuck out of my house, fuck off. And if she's toxic as shit, she'll say, I get mail here. This is my residence. You have to evict me. And then you have to go through the courts to get that done, if I'm not mistaken. Once she tries to bring her makeup and shampoos over, it's time to put her in her place, says ECR. But what if you asked her to? Jesus, Jimmy, save some pussy for the rest of us. Now he's looking good. Great advice, says Mod Life. No need to disagree with something you don't have a strong opinion on. There you go. And Jimmy Jam says to YouTube, it depends on the state. Every jurisdiction is different pertaining to the residency laws. You can usually find them online or call your local court. Very good. And Evan Ross gave me $5. So I guess I've never had a toxic girlfriend or toxic situation. I've never even had a stalker, and I'm mad about that. Like, I'm mad that I've never had a girl so fucked up in the head that she absolutely had to stalk my shit and scratch my car. Like, if she scratched my car, I'm like, man, she loves me. I've never had a toxic situation like that. And I've only had 2 long-term relationships in my life. And neither of those were like, I was like seeking her out or like sneaking around to see where she was at. Like, once someone decides to break up, I'm kind of done with them, like, okay. But there has to be a finality to it, meaning there has to be, okay, we are broken up, done. Plain and simple. Dick Filet says, you don't want a stalker, they're the worst. How? They're checking up on you, see where you're at, see what you're doing, calling. They give a fuck. I've never had one. I'd be so, oh my God, are you stalking me? Awesome. Weird. Douche Did It says, don't give homegirl any ideas, homie. See, you guys, there is no, I don't want to say, because, anything can happen, but there is no doubt in my mind of the person that I'm with is down for the cause. You know what I mean? I've been single 4 years. So for someone to end up in a relationship with me, they have to be pretty fucking solid. They have to move a certain way, say certain things, and live a certain way. And I would never allow anyone in my life that I didn't think was 100% vetted. I'm saying vetted as fuck. I'll keep the, let me just keep putting the invite code up because I guess a lot of you guys don't see the pinned comment. And just in case you guys want to get on and talk a little shit, we can go from there. Oksana is here. She said, what's up, guys? Pat the One says, domestics can escalate and get dangerous for everyone really quick. You scratch my car, you're hogtied to the front yard until the cops arrive. Damn, fucking violent as fuck. I had to call, YouTube says, I love stalkers. I had a girl who would be outside of my place at 2 a.m. waiting for me to get home. That's a good girl. Did she have food? Man, that's a good girl. Did you finish your first long-term or relationship, or was it her? Well, Mendoza's Coyote, I basically had to make a decision. I want to move from Massachusetts. I want to get the fuck out of Massachusetts. And she was not willing to leave Massachusetts. And that's when we had the conversation. And the breakup wasn't like one day. It was like a month of just a lot of talking, a lot of conversing. No real, I wasn't giving an inch. She wasn't giving an inch. And then it was like, okay, well, I guess we're just not suited for each other going forward. And we agreed, and it was over. And I helped her move into her new place and done. It wasn't like a bad breakup at all. If you could have a breakup, that's probably the best breakup you can have. Thick Filet says, had to call the cops on an ex multiple times. Never seen my dad so close to pulling the shotgun out. My ex keyed my Mustang, smashed my windshield. I knew it was her, but I just didn't have the proof. Boy, you should marry her. She loves you. If she's willing to do that. But was it the 2-valve? Oh, she probably helped you. Your stalker is Larry. I don't doubt it. You got the second best thing, Alex. Ghost Watchers in the chat. Yes, exactly. I do have. I guarantee there's 80 people on right now, and probably about 15 of you guys are actually commenting. I guarantee 2 or 3 girls that I've gone out with or been with or know or talk to, they want to know what you're doing and where you're at all times, just to see if you're doing well or not. Alex, a girl came up to my store and said that her friend says I'm cute. She says that she would send her friend in next time she's at the store. There you go, JD Swag. Did you tell her that you became a franchise owner? Did you know I owned a franchise for Shell? I'm getting the gold jacket very soon. I'm going to get the gold jacket and the gold face mask. Must be something with the accent. So is old girl what you're saying? So is old girl what you are saying, or are you just having fun? No, she's my girlfriend. I'm not just smashing. Are you insane? She's here right now. These bro talks are awesome. Just hanging out and getting solid advice. I'm Ghost. Dick Filet says, haha, it was the coyote swap that got keyed. Oh no, the coyote swap that got keyed. Pat the One in the house. How you doing, sir?
What's going on? How are we doing?
Good. You're like the resident.
The resident gray here. Yes, this is
yeah.
our week. This is our week, right?
Exactly. What's up, man? How can I help you?
No, I think what I wanted to talk about for a second is I think you have a good perspective on self-worth, knowing your self-worth, especially as a man, whether it's taking care of your own business, taking care of your job, stacking your paper, but also in a relationship, know the value you bring. You always talk about the high value man, right? And you and I relate to that maybe in our careers and our income and things like that, where our status is. But I'm wondering, what are your thoughts on other ways that someone brings value to the relationship, especially someone younger who isn't at that income level? So when we say high value man, how can that apply to maybe some of the younger audience who, monetary isn't part of the deal? Can you speak to that a little bit?
Yeah, so I'd like to know what their goals are, what their morals are, how they carry themselves, outlook on life. Because if you got a 25-year-old kid drinking, smoking, going out with his friends, not really taking care of himself, what's he going to be worth in 10 years from now? Someone that's just abusing their body with the smoking and the drinking and the fucking around and all this stuff. His net worth in terms of monetary value is not high, but his personal net worth in terms of how he takes care of his body, how he views life. I was always a very empathetic person, but not a sympathetic person. I wasn't simpy. I was definitely someone that could understand someone's situation and maybe relate, but not necessarily. I wasn't like a pussy, I was a very, very masculine boy. But then I didn't smoke. I didn't drink. I played baseball. I worked 2 or 3 jobs my whole life. And maybe I was only making 30, 40, 50,000 at the time, but I was trying, I was attempting. I didn't have a victim mentality where, the world owes me something. And coming from a family that has a victim mentality, it's hard to break out of that mold. So high value women are not monetary. It's not a monetary status, right? It is how they look, how they carry themselves, and what they can bring to you in a relationship. If they can bring you peace, if they can be supportive. So a high value woman, I don't consider that a money thing. And same thing with men. If you have good morals, you carry yourself well, you have good friends, you generally make good decisions, take care of yourself, and are trying to further yourself, whether it be career, personal goals. Because look, you can be a monk and be high value and not have a dime to your name, but you're morally moving the right way. You treat people well, and you do good things and live a good life. To me, that's high value. That has nothing to do with money aspect.
Yeah, I like what I heard earlier about the goals someone spoke to. And also I'd add on to that, some of being a high value is that work ethic and out hustling everybody else. When I think of someone of my stature, is what Alex would say, I always had to take 2 steps for everybody who took 1. So that being said, in my career, it's always been out hustle everybody else, right? Take those shit jobs, always outdo everybody else. And then you become that. But I think for a younger person, the value you bring in that work ethic, into your goals, into your integrity, what you say is your word, and your honesty, and that you're really accountable for yourself. I think that for a younger person, if I was 25 or 30 and maybe not at that career level yet, there's other things I could bring to the relationship and still be a high value man and sit back and say, I don't have to take all these women or date these women or anything. I know what I'm worth, my self-worth. I understand, I know where I'm headed, and I'm looking for a partner who's there to support me get there and partner with me getting there, as compared to someone who's just going to, as we heard from Christian, go through some difficult times with. So
Yeah,
I just want to chime in on that
I
for
appreciate
young
that,
guys.
brother. Yeah, thank you. I appreciate that. All right, so yeah, we'll get back to the chat, but I appreciate that, Pat. The one we'll talk about that going forward. Okay,
Take care.
talk to you later. So he's right. Pat the one is 100% on the money, and I'll give you guys an example because he does bring up really good points, and I love him on the chat. I just have a couple of people I want to get on. I didn't want to rush him out or anything. Your value as a man has nothing to do with money, right? If you have high moral character, you move the right way, you make good decisions, you treat people well, you're a high value man. In both of my relationships, I made less money than them. But if you were to ask them today, what kind of a man was Alex? He was fucking, like, I guarantee they'd speak highly of me. And I never, and everywhere I went, everywhere I walked into, every room I walked into, you could tell that I, gave out an aura or a perception of like, this guy's got it locked down. This guy is to be respected. This guy is looking at people in the eye, shaking their hands, having conversations, smiling, but, exuding kind of confidence and masculinity. But at no point did I actually make any money until the age of 40. I didn't make any money that was substantive. The most money I ever made up until the age of 40 was $55,000 a year. Then I went from a $55,000 a year job to a $40,000 a year job, then to a $15,000. And then what I'm making now, it just skyrocketed. Once the relationship ended, it allowed me to really hustle and work. And I took all those things I accumulated as a young man that I learned, the work ethic, the relationships, the connections, and I put them all together in a 2 to 3 year span. And this is where I am now. Mr. Zane, how you doing? Look at you with the chair. Man, look at you with the gaming chair and everything. Shit, brother. How you doing?
I got the setup.
Hey, yes.
So a bunch of people know kind of what my situation has been the past few months. Right now, this week, I'm waiting to see if I'm approved for the mortgage loan to keep this house. So I'm hoping everything goes through on that front. But my question to you is that you're said in the past that when you were about my age, you had problems, home ownership. And I guess my question is, what were those problems? Was it because you got in with somebody else? Was it because of the location and you wanted to move? What were the problems that you faced during home ownership?
Okay, that's a great question. What problems did I face during home ownership? So I was 22 when I bought my first home. My sister and I got into a duplex together. She had no credit, but she had a down payment from a car accident I had very good credit because I established my credit as a young man. So once we got into the home, I was the happiest motherfucker on the planet, Zane. I'm telling you, man, I was cutting the grass with a smile on my face. It was a brand new duplex. She had her side, I had my side. It was all good. We're buzzing away. Everything was good. Then, without getting too into it, then we refinanced the house and everything went under her name. And that's when shit went downhill. Never involved family and money. That's where I made the mistake. And that's a good teaching moment because when I got in it with my sister and then the refinancing happened, and part of the deal was when we refinance, everything will go under her name and she'll lease it out to me because that was the deal. She became, I don't know if you want to call it, I don't even know what the word would be, but basically she started holding the ownership over my head. I own the house now, so you got to pay me at this date. Oh, by the way, the rent went up. By the way, everything went up. And I thought, wait a minute, I helped you get this house. Without my credit, we wouldn't have gotten this house. So that went south really quick. And I basically had to sign a brand new lease that said my rent going from $700 to $1,100, right? Like 1 month to the next, that I had to pay the water bill, which that's the ownership. And if I didn't sign that paperwork, Zane, I had to move out in 30 days. I went from owning a house, half involved, half in, everything was good, to her saying the day after the refinance and everything went under her name, here's a brand new lease that's you know, legally binding. And if you don't sign it, you got to move out in 30 days. So I moved out in 30 days. I said, fuck this. Sold my truck, sold my car, sold everything. I had no furniture, Zane. I bought a Lincoln LSC and I fucking $700. And I drove that bitch to my new pad with no furniture, a bag of clothes. But you know who was with me the whole time? My girlfriend. She was like, we got this. Don't worry. We're going to kill it. Me, and I had a little dog. So once I got into this house, the problem was, it wasn't the house I wanted. It was the house I needed. And I always felt like this was the house that was like the I don't know, the security, not the security blanket, but basically plan B. It was not plan A. It was not the house I wanted. It was not the house I envisioned myself in long term. And I didn't care about it. I think your situation is different because, you know, it's where you lived for the last, you know, there's an emotional attachment. There's everything. The biggest issue you're going to come across, I think, is basically how much work it requires to maintain a home, but you've lived there. So you see, you know, the toilet breaks, that's on you. The roof leaks, that's on you. If the pipe bursts, that's on you. So my difficulties were financial and family related, nothing with the home. If the situation was left how it was, I think I probably would have been in a better spot. But I definitely did not have a good experience buying, but nothing because of the home or youth. It's because of family and money. So as long as you don't have those issues and you can really focus in on the house and everything, because look, let's say you do to get approved and you keep the house. Well, is it going to be only under your name, if you don't mind me asking, or is there other family members?
So right now I live with my niece,
Okay.
but she doesn't want to be tied into the house or anything because her long-term plan is 2 years. Like, she doesn't see anything past that. So she doesn't really want to be tied down here. And so what I was going to do is, you know, all right, you pay me whatever X amount of dollars a month, and that's it, you know, kind of just renting a room here. And so that was my plan with her because she doesn't really want to get tied out. So I'm doing, my name's on everything already, all the bills, everything. So
good. Well, then you probably have an easier position if you do get approved for it. You can have a 2 to 5 year plan of your own. Let's say you say, okay, I have it, it's mine. Now let me fix up all the things that need to be fixed up and see if I want to stay here, or does it make more financial sense in the market that we're in, because it is kind of high right now, to potentially sell it. Or, hey, it's a good situation. I have sentimental value. I like the home. It's got good bones. I'm going to stay in it and see how that goes. But you're a worker. You know, you got Houston. One thing about Houston people, they work. There is no lazy motherfuckers in Houston. And I've met Zane personally at Texas 2K, and he's a worker. So as long as you're willing to work, cut the grass, make sure everything is good, and then you do it, because this house could set you up for something else. You know what I mean? Like, this house can set you up for somewhere where you want to be, as opposed to somewhere where you have to be. Right now, you got to lock it down, make sure everything is, you know, good on the home front. And maybe it'll set you up once you get your ducks in a row for a better position in life. So you're probably in a good spot as long as the mortgage and everything comes through. And I don't see you having much difficulty in terms of maintaining the home, because you guys are workers. I don't see that being an issue at all, brother.
Awesome. Yeah, that was my only question for you.
All right, brother. I appreciate you calling in, brother. Nice seeing you again, man. Good guy. Met him at Texas 2K a couple of times. Just a good guy, man. Love these guys here. SK Performance Chefs, learning things from TDC and your other shows. Thank you, and keep up the hard work. My coyote has hearts keyed on it. That's a good girl. Preach to us, wise Pat the one. Oksana says stalkers are bad for you. They're too needy and want your attention. That's why they're running and calling you. I've never had one, so I guess I've never slung the bitch all that good that they're stalking me, because goddamn, unreal. High value can be more than money. Exactly. And Pat the one really nails it. He basically set it up and I knock it down. He says, give an example of what high value means as opposed to money. And I think high moral values are more important than money. I know a lot of guys with money that are pieces of shit, and they throw it in your face as if that matters. Yeah, someone that's like in college, I'm worth about $12.99, says Jimmy James. Welcome to the club, bro. So they're talking about the cookie orders. That's encouraging, says YouTube Corrupt. The internet makes it seem like high value means being a millionaire. No, like a monk can be high value. high moral character, treat people well. People go, that's a good dude, you know, meaning you're good to be around. You treat people nicely. You see the world for what it is. You don't take advantage of people. I think that's important. Frederick Fiesta says, no, I'm kind of in the army. They're talking army shit. What are you guys talking? Oh my God, army stuff. Fucking Pat the One says, Lincoln Mark LSC with a 5.0. I always like those cars. Yes, it was a Mark 7 5-liter with the fucking 5. Then AOD, it was probably a 17-second car. Don't know your full story. Best of luck to you, Zane. Yeah, Zane had a family member pass away, and you know, I think his mom. And he's trying to keep the house and get the mortgage. And if he ends up getting that, I think he's going to be in a good position. He's a hard worker. He's a Houston guy. All Houston guys are workers. And I don't see him having any issues with the home, particularly. If anything, it might set him up good, you know, in a good position down the road for sure. Just moved into my own fixer-upper, says D-Rock Fox. Good for you. I moved back with my mother and sister when my father passed away 2 years ago and have been stacking my cash ever since. And Mendoza's guy gives his sympathy to Zane. Okay, guys, so do we keep the call-in show or do we do Bumble Swipes? I'm going to do Bumble Swipes because I don't want to be a Debbie Downer. Everyone's out there giving me all the, you know, the stuff that's going on. So I want to thank Jimmy Jams, Pat the One, Chris, the other kid that was gonna fuck his boy's girlfriend's mom. Good for you. And Zane. Hopefully everything works out on your end. I'm pretty sure it will. I have no doubt that you'll be in a good position. But for now, we're gonna get to Bumble Swipes. Yeah, fuck it. Why not? Let's check out April. April's looking good for an old head, huh? Wow. Let's see what's going on here. But I must sound retarded to people that don't hear what I hear. Like, she's in the room right now. She's like, what the fuck is happening? So we got April in the house, 38 years old, real estate, private equity, real estate, 5'5", graduate degree, has kids, doesn't want more. And you know what? This is a good girl. You can just tell that this is a good girl. Lives in Stewart, isn't trifling, stays in shape, nothing wrong with her. It's all good. Good for you, April. You'll have someone hit you up. Oh my God. Vianist? Vianist? What's a vianist? Is that like is there an instrument called like the viola? Oh, is that what it is? Is it? I don't know. I'm a person that tries to have a positive outlook on life. Get the fuck out. Fuck off. I don't care. I just don't care. Debbie, 39 years old. New York City is where she stays. Few of my favorite things are my family. Said everyone. Travel, said everyone. Yes, exactly. She even knows that traveling is said by every fucking chick on the planet. Trying new restaurants, the beach, April ski, Christmas, 4th of July, really anything that is festive. Wants kids someday. Are you fucking nuts, honey? Sakaway party. No, danger zone. Oh yeah, you better keep eating those ribs. You better no fucking way you're having kids. I'm sorry. It's over, Johnny. Where's it's over? It's over. You're not gonna have kids. It's over.
It's over, Johnny.
The fuck you gonna have?
It's over.
Blob.
Nothing
No,
is
I'm
over.
good. Thank you.
Nothing.
She wants kids.
You just
Come
don't turn it off.
on. MJ, 46 years old. Only swipe if you live here. Oh, looking for friendship first. See where it goes. Chemistry. Get the fuck out of here. You just, I don't care. You're not that interesting. I need someone that, like, I don't know, pops a little bit. Sherry pops. ENFJ. What is ENFJ? Let me look it up. Because I hate that they, ENFJ. I hate that they put that down as if men know. Men don't know. You know, let me see. Protagonist. Feel called to serve greater purpose in life. Thoughtful and idealistic. These personality types strive to have a positive impact on other people and the world around them. Okay. That they rarely shy away from an opportunity to do the right thing when doing so is far from easy. Okay. I like that. That's a good thing. But I've got two, okay, no kiddos currently, but I got 2 fur babies, 5'5", just want to connect with my person so we can do life together. Wants kids someday, 34 years old. The sun's getting real low. Sun's getting real low. She's good looking, though. She's a good looking African-American woman. Very good looking African-American girl. All right, there we go. No yada D for her. Rosa, yada D. Fuck all that. Betania. Oh, me llamo Betania. Wakala. 5'7". Wants kids someday. 35. Master's degree. Good looking girl. A lot of filters on her shit. She likes it. This is, where is this? Is this London? This looks like London or some bullshit. Venice or London. I don't know. Palm City, lives in Miami. She's in Palm City. What's she doing in Palm City? Jen, 46 years old. Has kids, doesn't want more. Smart girl. Hashtag no filter. No filter on these pictures at all. Nope. Her skin is that fucking smooth. Looks like she put Bondo on her shit. Fuck all that. Karen, 44 years old. 5'2". Drinks socially. Never smokes. Wants a relationship. I'm still not over that MJ doesn't remember Peter Parker. What? Is she talking about the new Spider-Man? Get the fuck out of here. She's from Queens. Marie, 37 years old. Boy, the crop sucks today, guys, right? I mean, let's go to Miami. Let's extend this to Miami. We're like in fucking Stewart, and it's dud city. We need fucking mommy makeovers. Let's go. Sophie, 43 years old, 5 foot tall, doesn't want more, and she's a Cancer. Yep. See what I mean, guys? You extend it to Miami, you get the hotter chicks. Damn, her face is jagged as fuck, though. You can open a can with that fucking chin, right? Bro, are you looking at the show? Oh, I thought you were looking at the show. It is sharp. You'll see when you look at the replay. We'll see what the deal is. Oh, Feliza with the tits and the tan lines. German Insta. What about your American Insta? Sarah, 26 years old. Who named her sidewalk? They named her sidewalk, right? How do you say sidewalk in Spanish? Acera? Acera. Well, her name is Sarah. The beat is, if you don't know it, save your time. We can't be friends. Insta Sarah Reese. Fuck out of here. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Anna Lou, gotta go. Gaye, gotta go too. Oh my God, what is happening? Did the plane crash? I was supposed to bring the hot chicks here for the weekend. What's going on? Katie, 21. I'm just a terrible driver with good taste in music. Instagram, Katie Mack, and fuck out of here with your Insta thought bullshit. April with the Caterpillars. OKC to Denver to Key West. Travel nurse. Oh, guys, travel nurses are the biggest whores. They fuck everything, everywhere. She'll bust that cooler open with that can opener. She looked like the Wicked Witch from Wizard of Oz. That's a dude. Vaseline lens. Damn. When will they learn? Selfie with a goddamn horse. Did she have a horse? I didn't see. Damn. Oh no. Look at her. She tatted up her fucking leg. Oh my God. She's a beautiful woman. Look at her leg, guys. There's a whole fucking rose garden in her legs, and there's a snake in it. What a dumbass. How come I can't find a good guy? Well, look at your fucking legs, stupid. You look like a fucking stripper. Fuck out of here. Monique, 25 years old. Young girl. Let me get rid of this thing. I have certain things open that shouldn't be open. There we go. Monique, 25 years old, 5'5". Works out sometimes, wants kids someday. Hey, it's time. Again, no filters on this chick. Zero filters. What is with these women that put a filter that looks ridiculously smooth? And then when you meet them and you're like, yeah, no, you don't look super smooth like your pictures. Wendy, 26. Oh, titties are rocking. Wendy Jace, not here for followers. If we don't match, I'm sorry, but please don't harass me on Instagram. Then why the fuck do you put your Instagram on there? If we don't match, I'm sorry, but please don't harass me on Instagram. Then guess what? Don't fucking put your Insta shit, dumbass. You're a beautiful woman with a fake ass, because the tits do not, the ass does not match the legs. The ass does not. Yesterday's price is not today's price. Yesterday's price does not match the legs. It just doesn't. I'm sorry, honey. You look great, though. You look great in clothing. Similar to mommy makeovers. Mommy makeovers, you look amazing in clothing, but then you put that shit down and it looks like you got cement in your ass. I'm good. Kristen got yellow teeth. Got to go. Evelyn, 32. Good looking normal chick, right? Big natural titties. Kind of, not thick, just average. There's nothing wrong with this woman. Oh, and she just has a 4-year-old son. There you go. I like to cook. Oh, saying the right shit. I like to watch Netflix. I want to have romantic dinners. Listen to music, plan trips, create family memories. Okay, guys, for those of you that want a kid in your life and you can walk away from Billy at any fucking time, there it is. Sorry, Billy, me and your mom don't suck dick no more. Hey, Alex, where are you leaving? Well, your mommy don't suck dick no more. See you later. Mommy, suck his dick. Andrew. Andrew, 39 years old. Barranquillera, Colombian, de Barranquilla. Beautiful. My girlfriend said it best. What was it you said? Colombian women are made to what? Like they're made to like steal men, or you said something funny like seduce men. She said Colombian women are made and bred to seduce men, and I couldn't have put it any better. 5'3", wants kids at 39 years old. Oh my God. But you know what? Something tells me that the Colombian reproductive system lasts to like 60. It just keeps going. She's beautiful. She's a beautiful girl. I mean, like way above average. Colombianicísima. Oh my God. She probably cleans houses. Clean this bitch up. Za, 43 years old. I'm divorced and have kids. Bye. Thank you. I appreciate her. She immediately tells you what's going on in the first sentence. Heather's got to go too. My God, Heather. Tilmari. Tilmari. A stupid name. About Tilmari, sunrises and sunset lover. She's apolitical, Catholic. She's from Colombia. What makes a relationship great? Respect, companionship, mutual emotional, and support. I'm hoping you're emotionally available. And she says, I'm known for making the best chocolate cake in Miami, in Aventura. Probably a thought. We'll see what the deal is. Tammy, 45 years old. Not bad. You know, kind of older. Do you know what I'm saying? Oh, no. Hell no. The wheels just fell off of this fucking carriage. Holy shit. Look at the man. Them tits are long. It's going to be a long ass day. Like them tits. Oh my God. They never stop. It's like when, I'm trying to think what that looks like. Those are some long fucking tits. Oh my God. I can't even. Oh no, I can't get into too much. Christina. Oh my God. Oh my fucking God. Christina. First grade teacher. Could you imagine you drop your kid off at school and this is his fucking teacher? You'd be going to every fucking PTA meeting. Penis to ass. Christina. Oh, guys, for those of you in the chat that have kids, could you imagine this woman is your son's sheesh, laid back, family oriented cat mom, but animal lover. I enjoy traveling. Oh, like everyone else. Thank God you fucking put that on there. Sushi, live music. If you're a musician or more on the creative side, that's a plus. That means he makes no money though. Good sense of humor is a must. Seeking a best friend to do life with. Wants kids. Boy, she is in the danger zone, but God damn it. Jesus. Not fair. No. Oh, she's in India? Y'all can keep that shit. That's cost. Right now, that shit's about to get blowed up. I want to go on a trip. Where do you want to go? Kosovo? Belarus? Have you been watching the news? Stupid. Jana, 42 years old, liberal, 5'1", wants a relationship. And kids at 42? Ese nene va a salir retardado. Push. Oh, you had a big, nasty, bloody blob. Oh. Bum. Where are the failure horns? Do I have failure horns? Oh, please have failure horn. Do it live. Bolivian, Trump, thinking about. Actually, imagine you're pushing, and you have a blob, and then the doctor, I got to throw this in the trash.
And we say bye-bye.
Like we say bye-bye like Papi Trump. She has enough milk to feed all the babies on a UNICEF commercial. Lorena, 25 years old. Peruvian? P-E? Peruvian? English Bulldog Mommy. IG Lorena Aroca. Damn. You know, I don't trust women's bodies anymore because they all look too perfect. And when I was growing up, girls that didn't have hips like that, girls that didn't have asses like that, and hip to waist ratio has gotten retarded, bro. Jennifer, 39, big old titties, guling, calves, but she's 39. Hairstylist. I want a man that makes what I make. Bitch, you do hair. You want an engineer? Fuck out of here. Italian, gym rat vegan. Rat vegan? That's weird. Gym rat vegan. Gym rat, comma, vegan. I read that as gym rat vegan. Yogi Disney. Oh, she's beautiful. Boy, this girl would be great for a 60-year-old man. A 60-year-old man's, I'll give you all my money. I'll give you all my money. Who gives a fuck? All the money. Couple more, we'll get the fuck out of here. CLS, isn't that like a disease? CLS? Her name is CLS. Isn't that like a disease? Yeah, I'm going to pass on her. I want someone normal name. Pam, 50. I can't. Uh-oh, horse girl. Here we go. Marie, selfie with a horse is the biggest red flag on the fucking planet, guys. She's in Wellington. There you go, horse girl. And no, you know how horse girls go. You know a horse girl ride good? They ride good. Horses good, not dudes. Stop saying that you ride dudes good because you ride a horse. Because if you make that motion, you'll break our dicks in half. Looking for a connection. Instagram, Yulesy, gotta go. And one more, Claudia. Normal, doesn't say much. She's in Hollywood, and we'll see what the deal is. All right, guys, I'm gonna get the fuck out of here. Gonna get some grub. Little lady's probably hungry as fuck and said, you stayed over an hour and a half, you asshole. So we'll get her fed. It's all good. So I want to thank all the people that chimed in early. It was nice to be able to see some kid trying to bang some MILF. We got Jimmy Jams telling you about, not, toxicas and what to do and what not to do, and have proof of any issues that happened. Pat the One giving me the setup as to what a high value man is as opposed to money. Chris and Thick Filet were on, and they talked a little bit about his past relationship and how he met her and how everything is going. So it's nice to see that everyone is doing pretty damn well. And Zane talking about home ownership at a young age and what kind of trouble we came across at a young age. Great show. Appreciate everyone that called in today. I'll be on tomorrow, 9:30 a.m. on Talking Shit. We will give away cookies on Talking Shit. So if you're a member of the other channel, tune in, 9:30. I'm going to give cookies to whoever the fuck makes me laugh. That's it. So don't try too hard, but we'll just talk some shit. We'll talk about the test mules that have been seen in Detroit with hybrid technology on Mustangs in GT350s that they're testing with big, ugly, stupid looking hoods. And we'll see what the deal is with that. All right, guys, have a great rest of your night. I'll see the rest of you tomorrow, 9:30 a.m. on The Peasant Chat, and we'll hang out then. See you guys later.